All right, all right. Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We are excited to be here tonight. I am definitely excited. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Coach D or Deborah Taylor. I am an ambassador. Some people call me a triple ambassador in this business, and I am excited. Travorium is the real deal Holyfield. It is an amazing, amazing business. I just want to give a shout out to everybody out there. And I want to give a shout out to my sister who won't be on here tonight because we're celebrating her birthday. Uh, Ambassador Cynthia Sly is celebrating her birthday. She is actually at her birthday dinner right now. So if everybody want to just send out a happy birthday to her on Facebook or inside, I'm sure she's probably listening or watching it. She's with her family and having a fantastic time. I'm not gonna tell y'all how old she is, but she look awful good, and doing some amazing things. I'm not gonna prolong the time tonight. I just want to say we do definitely need to get these numbers up a little bit. So go ahead and send out your last minute texts, your last minute phone calls, your last minute. Go ahead and do that. For those of you out there on Facebook, say hello and go and click like and share this presentation. Click like and share this presentation. All right. Let's see. Take it like that. So let's see. Pastor Mel, how you doing tonight?
Much better right now, my dear. The nap came through. I feel like a new man. I was sharing a little while ago. You ever take one of those naps, wake up, forget your name, forget where you at? I just had one of those. So I feel great. I feel great.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I didn't get mine. So that's why I'm gonna let you go ahead and do this tonight. Cause I got up early. I have to get up early to go to church. I live about
Yeah.
54 miles from church. I
Uh-huh.
have to get up, and it's a whole process. But
Yes. But it's
I
worth
bet
it. It's worth it.
it was worth it. It was. I ain't even complaining. I'm not
Yes.
complaining. I see the numbers going up. Y'all go ahead. Somebody tell us where y'all from, real quick. Where you from? I know. So I want to give our shout out to St. Louis. St. Louis launched today. Uh,
Yeah.
they had a couple of new members to John Skates and uh, Michelle Campbell and Donnie. They the Delaware. Um, who else? Donnie and James Vassler. Congratulations on actually getting ready to do the St. Louis takeover. We excited about that. They were signing up people as I was talking to them a little while ago. So Michelle sounded like she real tired, but it was a amazing amazing launch today. And so it was so amazing that they've decided to secure the space that they had. So Travorium is getting ready to be put on the map in St. Louis. How
Oh,
about that?
yes.
Hey, Memphis. Hey, Atlanta. Y'all come on. Y'all can do better than you're doing. But we're gonna go ahead and get started so we're gonna have a young lady who is just getting ready to hit two-star director. She's going to talk tonight, and we're going to see who else we can muster up. If you are a partner, you out there, you want to come in, this is tonight is kind of like a free fall. If you want to come in and have something to say, I got a testimony, we want you to come on in tonight. Just raise your hand or um, now we didn't say come up in here and preach. Pastor Mel, the preacher. But if you want to come in tonight and share your testimony, we would love it. I would love for you to come in and share. So I want to introduce my brother from another mother, Pastor Mel Keys. He is an amazing man of God. He is the first recipient of the Guy W. Taylor Memorial Legacy Award presented by the family. And we are so honored that he was our very first recipient of that award. Yes, yes, yes. And he got it right there.
Yes.
Uh, and we honored him because of his tenacity, his love for people. He has a heart, I mean, a big heart like my husband. He loves his wife like my husband. I mean, it's hard to find folks like that anymore. That love us in spite of us.
Oh my God.
I thought I'd throw that in there for you, Pastor Bell.
That's gonna help. That's gonna help.
And he's a grandfather. I know he don't look like it, but he's a grandfather, and he's going to be a grandfather of twins,
All right, pray church.
identical twins.
Pray.
Wow. So I can't wait till they get here. I'm so excited about that. Them twins. I think I'm more excited than they is sometimes. I'm gonna give Kendra a grandma shower. That's how excited I am. I said, girl, you need two car seats, two this, two that. You can no, you need your own shower. I gave they had one for me. You
Mhm.
yeah, because that's a lot of you, especially
Uh,
when you want to try to keep them kids, you got to get them
yeah,
from point A to point B.
yeah.
So thank you so much, Pastor Mel, for doing the presentation tonight. He's been in this business 6 years and he getting ready. I mean, he's going to hit ambassador this year. Already know. That's a done deal. It's done. He's fastly approaching 4-star and he's going to get ambassador done. Aren't you, Pastor Mel? Yes, he is.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so he's married to the beautiful Kendra, uh,
Man.
our new one of our newest 2-star directors. We're very proud of her, and so we are excited. So Pastor Mel, is to you. The numbers went up. Keep it letting the numbers go up.
Amen. Big
All right,
sis,
I
I
throw it to
love
you.
you to life till the wheels fall off. We're excited. Let me say before we get started, y'all, shout out to all the Travorium members all around the globe and everywhere, but also want to give a special shout out to those who have helped us, the team leaders abroad who have helped us to include Coach Cynthia, Ambassador Cynthia, whose birthday we celebrate. We acknowledge you and we bless you. And we're so glad you got another trip around the sun because you make us better. But this is our 5th year celebration. We started it just a handful and it has blossomed. Guys, it's going into the thousands. It's going into the tens of thousands. All roads lead to Memphis. If you've not gotten the memo, you better get with someone who got it because I'm telling you, life change is about to happen in just a couple of weeks. So we'll talk more about that. But let me go ahead and big shout out to Coach D because she's the visionary of it. Her and her husband, Apostle Guy, my big bro, who's with the Lord, still making moves, making plays in the name of Jesus, by God's grace, guys. I'm telling you, this thing that we have our hands on is something special. Somebody put that in the comments, put it in the Zoom room, put it in the Facebook chat. and let's make it do what it do. We got our hands on something special. I'm looking for this. There it is. I thought it had went away from me. All right, we're going to get it in gear, get it in motion. If I hit the buttons that I was supposed to, you should be able to see the screen, and you should be able to still hear and see me. And if that is the case, now I can't see it. Oh, I think I might be able to see some in the Zoom room for a moment anyway. Let me know where you're at, because we still got a little bit of ground to cover for getting these numbers up. I don't want Coach Cynthia to think we did shabby tonight. So y'all come on, share a little bit more, bless somebody's life, because we are in this thing to be a blessing. We ain't trying to get nothing from nobody. We trying to get something to you. That's real talk, y'all. We know what we have. At least we do. The ones who've been here for 5 days. You should know what you got. And if you know what you got, don't be ashamed of it. Don't act like you got to beg. You ain't got to plead. You ain't got to crawl. Come on. We got our hands on something special, man. You better get this, and we trying to get it to you, to all of our VIPs. That's you if you're a guest. You are a very important person in this process, because you're going to be the next rank, the next realm, the next layer and level of testimonies that's going to be just as excited as we are. Because I promise you, after you see this information, you're going to want to get in position. So keep the person's number that invited you to see this on speed dial, because it's going to bless your life. It's not just about the information. I said it earlier. It's about the transformation of it all. God is using this thing as a means to change lives all around the globe. So to all of our friends and family, Travorium everywhere, we give a big hearty shout blessing to the Hearts, who are the visionaries of this whole thing put together. David and Adela, we love you, and we thank God for allowing him to use you to get this thing started. Now, March, y'all, is our well, we've stepped into 11th, so we're already moving towards our 12th year, y'all. We are en route towards 12, and you ought to know what that represents. You ought to know what that means. There's nothing but miracles going down right about now all around the globe, 65 nations strong. I'm giving you some time to invite some folk. The numbers are going up, but we need to do a little bit better. Let me go ahead and see a few folk in here in the chat room. We see Carolyn Walker Pittman, my beautiful sister. She just had a birthday last month. Let me go through here. Sasha Roberts, baby girl. Y'all keep my girl, Sasha. Amen. And Felice lifted up continually. And they got another baby on the way. So y'all, come on, y'all lift her up. Y'all know how having them babies, Lord have mercy. Tabitha Stroud is one of our guests. She is in the house. Shout out to you. Chandrella Wilson, Sharon Jones is in the house. Y'all, let me hear from you. Let me know where you're from. Put it in the chat room. Good God Almighty. We got Doc and Lorraine Finley is in the house. Premium leaders, y'all. Kevin Watkins is in the house. Lisa Lemons from Elm Grove, California. How we thank God for you. Amen. Catherine Pickett, one of my favorite nurses, is in the house out of Huntsville, Alabama. Charles is in the house. Smyrna, Georgia is being represented by Rochelle Tyus. Amen. We got Quita Layton. Huntsville is here, y'all. We're excited. Marcy is in the house. That's the ATL. I got to connect my sisters with you, Marcy. Thank you so very much. Latoya is in the house out of Alabama. And Jennifer Davis, my God, my God, my God. Carterville, Tennessee is here. She's one of the leaders who's going to just make us feel right at home when we get to Memphis. We're so grateful for all that you've done and all that you've set up between you and Dr. Renee and Lady K and all the others that's been working like Hebrew slaves, y'all, behind the scenes to get it done. Because I'm telling you, I don't think it's a red carpet if I ain't stayed abreast of everything, because I've been, yeah, but I think it's a green carpet. Tell me if I'm right about it. I think there's a green carpet, because it's an emerald ball, y'all, with your name on it. And man, do we got it laid out for y'all. So you got to make sure you're there. Let me go very quickly. Y'all get them numbers up. We almost there. Let's keep it.
Ball was last year. It's a silver carpet this
Lord
year.
have mercy. That's Jesus. Don't tell nobody. Don't let nobody know I'm in the wrong year. All right. Last year we had the Emerald Ball. This year is the Silver Ball. That lets you know that Lady K is responsible to keep up with all the notes, y'all. You look, she running that thing with the team, and y'all do what y'all do. I just know I'm gonna be there. I want to make sure I got my right color on, so y'all pray for me. But we're grateful. I got my pastor sister. Sonia Burke is in the house representing Austin, Texas. Y'all need to go to her page. She has an amazing event coming up. It's coming up quick, y'all. Y'all go to her page and check it out. I guarantee you, if you're in the neighborhood, anywhere near it, you need to get there. It's going to be a blessing to you. My man of God, James Shingleton, is in the house out of Huntsville. Pam Smith is here, y'all. Praise the Lord. I'm grateful and thankful. Carol Caspar is in the house. Listen, we got the numbers up just a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and get this party started. But I need y'all to do your part. I'm going to do my best to do mine. Keep inviting. Tag some more people, y'all. Tag some more people. Share it. Sharing is caring. And again, we're not trying to get anything from somebody. We're trying to get something to them. Here's the first thing I want you to write down. It's bigger than travel. Man, I felt that. Did you feel it like I felt it? It's bigger than travel. Now, travel by itself, mega thing. Been here for how long? How long will it be here? I mean, it's huge. Come on, travel, y'all. But this thing that we're talking about tonight, it's bigger than travel. So let's make sure we don't get it twisted. Stay in this conversation with me now. And the premier company, as it relates to travel, you better get the memo. You better ask somebody. I can't call these names of all these other sources out there. But I'm telling you, if you're on this Expedia Priceline thing, good God Almighty. If you got that favorite travel agent and they ain't found out about this yet, you might want to tell them. Because the premier company making moves, making things happen as it relates to travel, but it's bigger than travel, is Travorium. And here's our simple motto. And we're going to talk about that tonight. A better life requires a better way. Now, I can't see you in the Zoom room, but I can see you on Facebook. So go ahead and put that in the chat. Y'all work with me. Talk back to me tonight. Hashtag a better life requires a better way. And we're going to talk about this fact that a better way is here, y'all. Somebody put that in the comments. A better way is here. We ain't got to wait on it. We ain't got to think about it. We ain't got to contemplate. We ain't even got to pray about this thing because the prayer already done been sent up. Come on. And God done already answered. A better life requires a better way, and a better life is here. It's right here in front of our faces. And I hope the scales are removed tonight. I'll do my part, but you got to do your part. Exercise due diligence. Get all of your questions answered. We ain't saying quit your job. None of that. But I promise you, you're going to see it's bigger than travel. And I hope that you see it in a way that it just keeps you up at night the way that it keeps us up at night. Why is this thing bigger than travel? Why have we found this thing that a better life is here right now? Because folk are out there traveling without us already. But the problem is they paying far too much. Number one, they're paying retail prices and they don't even know it. They got a coupon and they thought they got something because it came to them in their mailbox or their email, and it came from one of these companies, y'all. It came from anything you see on the screen, and it don't matter if it's on the left side or the right side. It's the wrong side. Did you catch that? If it's on the left side or the right side, it's on the wrong side because every single one of those companies are doing one thing. They're charging you retail, and retail is not our portion. You got to make sure that you catch this, y'all. This thing is bigger than travel, and we know what we have our hands on. The better way is here. Even if you're getting a hookup from your sister, your twin, your Siamese at that, and they're giving you the best price that they got, it's still going to be retail, y'all. They won't be able to give you what you're going to see right before your very eyes. Now, you're going to look at it on the screen, but we've been looking at it in living color. We've been looking at this thing. Man, we done been around the world and back. Pennies on a dollar, prices, and a lot of folk, when they say this sounds too good to be true, call it what you want. It is what it is, but it's our reality. And we're going to show you that you don't have to keep paying retail. Put that in the comments tonight. I don't have to keep paying retail. Hashtag, I don't have to keep paying retail. Why? Because the better way is here. The better way is here because you don't have to keep putting your travel on your credit card. Red flag. The servant, the borrower is servant, slave, aka slave to the lender. We better start using credit wisely. Huh. We better stop. Come on now, robbing Peter to pay Paul, and then you take that trip on that plastic, and your fate is sealed in concrete. You can't even get out with a crowbar. It was so easy to get in. Now you went on a trip, you enjoyed yourself, but when you got back, you had a headache. Come on, am I talking to anybody? I remember what it was like. Came back, just had automatically had a headache because you know the bill was coming and it had to be paid. By the time you paid that thing off, it was time for another vacation. We're showing people how to change their whole game, change their whole flow, to go more often, to travel more, to travel better, and to spend a lot less. And you don't have to put it on credit. I'm telling y'all, the better way is here. Number three, God Almighty, you better get delivered and set free from these things called timeshares. They are not in your favor. Somebody put it in the comments, hashtag timeshares are not in your favor. That's some old school, obsolete, dinosauric stuff that used to work for our great grandmama, but it ain't working about right now. But for nobody but the people that are selling them. And you want to make sure you read all the fine print before you put your name and your whole bloodline on that list, on that mortgage, on that deed. Guys, I'm telling you, quick story. We stayed for $59 for the entire week at the same place that we used to when we had timeshares. We used to pay $379 a month for that last one. That was our third one in 34 years. But that last one, we paying the mortgage, of course, whether you use it or not. This program, the one we're talking about right here, the Better Life Company, Better Life Requires a Better Way. We found it. This company, we paid $59 to stay at the same place that we used to pay the mortgage on. Run from that timeshare. Number four, this is how people are traveling if they don't have this program. If they're not using the Travorium platform, they're wasting good money. They're throwing it out the window. They're putting it in the shredder. They're burning it up. It's theirs to do with what they want. But I think there's a better use for it. What about you? Man, here's what people are doing. They're staying with other folk. I wish I could sing tonight, but I better not because y'all are run. But I will tell you this: God bless the child that has their own. Man, I love grandmama and all them. They gone. I can't stay with them now. But all of them family members. I love them. I love my family dearly. When I go and I roll in, love them dearly. But I'm not trying to sleep on nobody's couch. Come on, I'm not trying. Even in the room, come on here. That little Tyrone used to stay in, and that was his high school room, and I ain't trying to do that. Listen, we're staying at hotels and resorts when we get where we going, and we are not paying 5-star prices for 5-star experience. We're paying 2-star at best, 3-star prices to stay at the best hotels and the best resorts all around the world. And if you really pay attention to the words coming out of my mouth, we're gonna show you how you can stay for free. How are people traveling when they don't have Travorium? Well, they love to travel. How many of y'all love to travel? They dream about it, y'all. This is how they travel. They go to sleep at night, or they take a nap in the day, like I just did after church. Come on here, church naps are good. Come on. But they take these naps, they go to sleep, and they dream about travel. And let me tell you what I know. We are all dreamers too. The only difference is we dream with our eyes wide open, and we believe you should too. This is the vision of our brother, our sister. Shout out again, Mr. David and Adela Hart. Congratulations, and all of that goes with it for 11 years, coming into our 12th year of business, doing business around the world. They're world-class entrepreneurs with more than 30 plus years of business savviness and skill set and acumen. And they ain't been just doing this thing on a low scale level, guys. They've been doing it at the highest echelons of business. I promise you, this thing is in projection to become a multi-billion dollar company. You better get in where you can fit in right now, guys, because this thing is changing lives already around the globe, 65 nations strong and growing. Not only that, debt-free from day one to the present moment, just allergic to debt. And guys, not flashy in any kind of way, but this thing is the best thing that you can look for in the travel space. But don't you dare forget that it's bigger than travel. Let me also mention we've paid out tens upon tens upon tens of millions of dollars in commissions to everyday ordinary people, just like the faces you see on the screen. The only difference is we're in position and perhaps you're not yet. And we believe that next Friday, it's Sunday night, y'all, but I'm telling you this right now, by next Friday, you should have a check cut with your name on it. Let me hear from somebody who's ready for their check, their first check, and you want to cut by Friday. Come on, put it in the comments because we're going to tell you, y'all, travel itself is a $9 trillion industry. It's the business of many people's dreams. There are folk that are doing this to supplement their income. There are people who are doing this to meet and match their income. And there are people doing this thing that have already exceeded whatever income level they have been on. Why? Because it works. A better life requires a better way, y'all, and we found it, and that better life is right here. 3 ways of traveling that we do. Here's what I can say in summation. Number 1, we show people all around the globe and back how to travel with substantially discounted prices. We're not talking about that Mickey Mouse type of coupon, 20, 30, we're talking about all the way up into 80% discount on the rates that you're going to travel with. We're talking about number 2, how to travel for free. And we're talking about number 3, how to get paid to travel. If any of those things is what you've been looking for, you ain't got to keep looking. You do not have to keep looking. We have thousands upon thousands of verified testimonies of people who are experiencing just that. Here's the memo that you got to get. This is why I say it's bigger than travel. Mr. Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest persons on the planet, he said it this way: if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. How many of y'all know somebody in that category? How many of you know somebody that, they done worked 2 and 3 jobs at a time, worked their fingers to the bone, come on, done worked and took care of children, grandchildren, great-grand. Come on, they don't stop working, and then they don't even get to enjoy the fruit of their labor. Man, time out for that, man. You better get you a clue. You better get you a plan that works, because that ain't working, y'all. And we got to make sure that we are not setting people up for this type of failure. And the generation coming behind us now, Generation X, Generation Y, and Z, they ain't playing with that. They not trying to do that. They not trying to do all that. I'm telling you that right now. I listen to them all the time. They not trying to do that. They done seen the era of our way, and they want something better, y'all. And we have found it right here. It's right in front of our faces. The better way is here. And Mr. Warren Buffett, he called this thing how long ago? He's trying to tell us it's in the residual income. It's not in that hourly wage. It's not even in that salary. It's not in clocking in and clocking out. It's in none of that. Another gentleman, Mr. Robert T. Kiyosaki, if you don't have this in your library, get it as soon as you can. Go to YouTube, all that type of stuff. Cash flow quadrant. Guys, it'll change your life. It's how wealth is created. And many of us, we've not been exposed to this at all. We didn't get it in high school, didn't get it in college, didn't get it in the military, didn't get it in most of the places we've been, but you getting it right here tonight. And you need to know this, that how wealth is made. If you making your wealth on the left side, that's the wrong side. As the employee, as the self-employed, is so limited. And it's not all it's been cracked up to be. But the right side is the right side, because on the left side, we get left, and on the left side, we get the leftovers. Folk who really are wealthy, y'all, they ain't clocking in nowhere. It's not that they're smarter. It's not that they work harder. It's just that they're using the right system. They have a system of leverage. Even when they're sleeping, they're making money. And if you ain't making money while you sleeping, you ain't making money yet. You need to understand we have a turnkey system that's all about changing lives all around the world. And it's in the number 1 industry on the planet, and that's travel, y'all. And the premium company for travel is Travorium. You better ask somebody. Why? Because here's the things we have available. All the activities, the rental cars, the cruises, the resorts, the tours, the shows, the group trips, the hotel, all of that, y'all. You wanna take your family reunion to the next level? Man, you get you a couple of memberships off in this thing right here. You want to have a small group event, maybe the church members are doing some leadership, whatever training. You got something ministerial, or you got some sisters. Come on, ladies, talk back to me. You got some sisters that y'all like to get together and go to the mall or go out to eat. You want to do something different on a whole new scale and a whole new level. Brothers, you want to get, we don't do it like we ought to. Brothers, you want to get together and really bond and really make some plans and put some brain muscle to some vision without a vision of people. You want to do some things, get you a membership in this club and start enjoying all that stuff on wholesale prices. Man, when you get to seeing the sunrise in other, not cities, not even states, but when you start seeing the sunrise in other nations around the globe, it will change your whole life. We got 4 different levels, y'all, of this travel experience, but I told you it's bigger than travel if you didn't hear me. Listen, it's bigger than travel, and it's better than travel, and the better way, y'all, is right here, right now, and here's the 4 layers of travel that we have. I see you there, Pam. Yes, yes. James Shingleton, thank you for chiming in, man. Listen, 4 levels of travel that we got. Number 1, it'll change your life when you tap into our net zero booking engine, because you'll get travel agent pricing without being a travel agent. Did you catch that? You'll get travel agent pricing without even being a travel agent. I've been a travel agent for 12 years, my wife now. We've thoroughly enjoyed it. We love it. But our primary mode of travel is this right here. This travel. You can, in fact, Coach D was the one that shared it with us. I looked at her page. She said I was being nosy. I was just investigating because she was making some claims that I ain't never heard of. She was saying some stuff that I was like, man, please. And I looked at it, y'all, and I said, oh my God, is she serious? This got to be a misprint, but it was not, ladies and gentlemen. It was the real deal Holyfield. That was 6 years ago, and I ain't going nowhere. We give you travel agent pricing without being a travel agent. You can see it on the screen. This is just one example of one hotel out of the 2 million that we have in our inventory. Somebody saved over $1,200 for 3-night stay, y'all. You got to hear what I'm saying. The second way we show you how to travel, we make it available for you, is the Dreamcation platform, where we say anyone, anywhere, any budget, more than 2,000 destinations all around the world. Let me tell you what I know. You need to get you some of this. Man, you ever just want to get away and take a break, but you're looking at your money and your money is funny, your change is strange. You can't put $2,000 on it at the time that if you had, you would, but man, you ain't got to. Because when you're in this plan, there's over 2,000 destinations. You can stay a whole week, sometimes less than $100. Good God Almighty! Could I tell you, man, if you're grown and you ain't got, and in the U.S. especially, you ain't got $100, you got other problems, and you need to really pay attention to this situation that I'm talking about right now. Dreamcation platform will change your life with the getaways. But then my favorite part, y'all, number 3 levels are the world tours. Oh my God. These are the divine connections, y'all, around the world. This is when we see my move from the UK and all of our teams in Paris and all of our teams all around the world. And we might go to Canary Islands, we might go to Cabo, we might go to Orlando, we might go to Dubai, we might go to New York, we might go to California. All of these things are posted. We got over 75 to almost 100 opportunities a year for us to decide where we want to go, but they're only 4- and 5-star resorts, and they always have major perks and bonuses where you can't get those things anywhere else but here. Let me give you a few examples, and I'm going to run quickly. Venice, y'all. Look at that price. Dubai, y'all. I got to go back. In fact, we planned it because I left out of there with a whole lot of money that I didn't spend. I forgot to spend it, so I got to go back, y'all. They got too much money to be playing around with. I got to go back and spend that money over there in Dubai. Montego Bay, y'all. Y'all see that price? Shout out to one of my mentors, my ministry mentor, Apostle H.D. Wilson. Just got the great news. He's going to meet us and join us over there. We got an event coming up in July, y'all. We're going back. We're going back to Montego Bay, baby. Look, heaven. I'm telling you, on earth, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Real beautiful. Listen, New York is home sweet home. Don't go often enough. Got to get back there. But listen, let me tell you, those prices are crazy over there. And you will never stay at a hotel, a 4 or 5-star, especially for those kind of prices. In fact, you'll pay that price, more than that price, for every night. But we're talking about 5 days, 4 nights with breakfast included for 2 people. And look at that price. I'm just going to run through these, y'all. Spain, $39. Do you see the math? Is the math mathing for you? Somebody put it in the comments. This math is mathing. If you rather pay that than the retail, because I promise you, the retail on that will be in the thousands, but you will pay $39 a night per person. Cartagena, y'all, $1. That is not a misprint. There are no zeros that need to go behind that. That is as it needs to be. And that's with breakfast included. Now, a long time ago, if you checked into it, you can't even go to McDonald's and get a dollar menu. That's gone, y'all. That's gone. You can't even go and get a dollar menu at McDonald's. And I'm sharing with you that there's a 4-star hotel with breakfast for 2. And check this out. It's in the beautiful 4-star hotel in the nation of Colombia. I don't know who you got to talk to, but you better talk to them fast. Italy, guys. They say when in Rome, do as the Romans. Now, we're not paying them Roman prices. 5 days, 4 nights here, it's going to cost us about $149. I got to move. Tenerife, $99. And that has a view, a balcony view. A Phuket, y'all, 7 days, 6 nights. That's $1. Are you seeing the math? Is the mathing for you? Puerto Vallarta it is. Cause 5 days and 4 nights, $40 per person. Guys, this is a no-brainer. Where can you eat all day long for $40? Guys, I'm telling you, these are the finest restaurants that are on these resorts. I'm telling you that you can eat till your heart is content. In fact, you're probably going to be miserable, to be honest with you. So watch yourself. Be careful with that. You can enjoy yourself. I'm talking about lobsters. I'm talking about steaks. I'm talking about wine. I'm talking about it's all included, y'all. Check this out. $40 a day for 2 people. And the room is included. Man, what you got to think about? You better get that ID and stop playing around here. Whoever invited you, just go ahead and sign up right now. Sicily, y'all. Y'all see this price? Malaga, Spain, that's another $1. Cozumel, good God, man, I just got to, this don't make no sense. Tanzania, y'all see that? Punta Cana, $38 a night. Man, you can take your whole tribe up in there. Everybody needs a membership now. Membership has its privileges. You need a membership because the only folk that's going is the folk that got a membership or the folk that you put in your room. They need to have their own membership. Paris, France, 5 days, 7 nights. Look at that price. Guys, all around the world and back. I can go on and on and on and on, but I ain't got time to do that right now. Guys, all I'm saying, it makes sense. And because it makes sense, y'all, it'll make a whole lot of dollars too. That's why I'm going to talk real quick about this 10X compensation plan. There's a lot of great stuff out there. Folk got all kind of stuff that they're doing and they're into. And I ain't mad at them because I've done some things before, but I ain't never done nothing as simple as this, y'all. This is simple. You ain't got to deliver nothing to nobody. You don't have to, come on, go to the post office, mail nothing off. You ain't got to pack nothing up, stack nothing up. Ain't nothing in the trunk of your car except your bags. Come on here for your next trip. Come on. You ain't got to have no storage warehouse. None of that. You ain't got to pay no employee taxes and Social Security for no. It's a 10X compensation plan that's going to give you 10 times more than what you're getting anywhere else, guys. Once again, if you don't find a way to earn money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. And we need to be on the right side because the right side is the right side. 95% of all the wealth in the world created happens on the right side. And this is the turnkey system to make it happen. What do you need to get started? Man, I've been waiting for you to ask me that question. Here's what it is. Man, listen, you're going to spend next week. I know some of y'all, we got Easter, Resurrection Sunday, and all that stuff coming up the month of March. Some of y'all gonna get a purse. Some of y'all gonna get some shoes. Some of y'all, if you're into that thing, gonna get an outfit. Man, you're gonna pay more for that than you're gonna pay to get started in this business, y'all. You're gonna go out to eat somewhere this week, and you're gonna pay more for that than you gonna pay to get started here. Man, I went to the movies last night with my bro. Shout out to my bro and to my sister. And we saw us some One Love, some Bob Marley. Shout out to the Marley family. Y'all need to check that out. Man, let me tell you what I know. That was some stuff right there. But man, I got me some snacks. You understand what I'm saying? And them snacks and the movies cost me more, almost, than it would cost for you to start this business. Guys, you need to understand, we are in the business of changing your whole life. Make a decision with a vision that's going to change not only in your life, but the lives of everybody that's coming out of you and that's connected to you. Don't you let a $200-300 decision stop you, because if you ain't got $200 or $300, you really need to reconsider some things. And I'm telling you that when you share this thing with a few people, 3 people is going to make all of your services free. That means every single year you'll have $2 to $3 grand of free travel simply by doing so. But when you continue to share it, and the ones you've shared it with, share it with a few people, let me tell you, 8 platinums on the left and 8 platinums on the right. We ain't going to get technical tonight. That's a total of 16 memberships that have come as a result of you having 3 members. You're earning enough residual income now to earn up to $8,400 a year. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, if you went into work tomorrow and they decided to give you an $8,400 a year pay raise, would you tell anybody? Would you get excited? Would you post that on Facebook? But if your answer is yes, you need to sign up right now. Listen, it goes further. With 25 platinum memberships on the left, 25 on the right, you could earn up to an extra 30 grand a year. I'm excited. Shout out to all the newest 2-star directors, wherever you are and whoever you are. I want to shout out my baby. Baby. She just got it in. Listen, it's changing life as we know it. We're thankful and grateful to God. But guys, that's just the start. Shout out to those who keep it moving. 3 stars. That's an extra up to 40 grand a year just doing what we do. What do? We travel at discounted prices, number one. Number two, we show people how to travel for free. And number three, we show people how to get paid to travel. That's all we do. We've mastered it. And there's some people who have shared that with enough people, they're earning up to a 40 grand a year in excess of what they're already earning on their job. Guys, now you got options, but it keeps going. Because guys, let me just tell you, we're going to get Coach Steve back in here. But now when you get to the 100 grand plus, now she way past that. But when you get to the 100 grand plus, you're saying something. Because for a lot of folk who are making 100 grand a year, they're doing it and it's not residual. They got to keep going in to keep getting the same money. Did you catch that? They got to put in 40, 50, 60, 80 hours a week, every week, to get that 100 grand to solidify it. In this game, and it is a game, y'all, you got to know it's in a game. And you want to win in this game. And we're showing you how to win. Here's what you do. You set it up and get your leaders and get everybody in place, in position. Be the example. Plug them into the training. Work together in unity. And you will help others. And by helping others, you will win automatically. And when you get to 6 figures, it's because you got about almost, not quite, almost 400 memberships in your book of business. Not quite. I ain't trying to be technical tonight. But with those 400 memberships, they didn't all come from you. They came from the team that you got in position and the team that you trained. And guys, 400 people ain't a whole lot of people, but that can put you in 100 grand and you ain't clocking in to go get it. You could be sitting on the beach, drinking your whatever you drinking, chilling, and receiving your check every single Friday. And I didn't tell you, I apologize. We get paid every single Friday, and I think that next check ought to be yours. So, ladies and gentlemen, this thing, it goes much further than that. We go all the way up to $3,200 a day, y'all, in residual income. And remember, residual income is just one component of the way we get paid. It's a whole lot more money on the table, but we don't have time to talk about that tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I just want to tell you before we get Coach Steve back into place, one of the baddest persons you can meet, one of the baddest persons you can be connected to. She's going to talk to us as we have some special guests in place, in position, to show us what time it is and to show us that the better way is here. If you didn't get the memo, a better life requires a better way, and we have found it. Coach D, I want to turn this thing back over to you.
Right, well, good. That was a great presentation. I'm going to get our guests to open their cameras. All right. Hey, y'all.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Have a seat. All right, Miss Catherine, you should be able to open yours.
Freaking out. Yeah, she is. That's what moms do. My mom used to freak out.
You got the background noise.
Probably didn't want to leave out a couple of details.
Oh, that's Miss Sharp. Miss Charlotte, sit up too. You always sit so low. All right, I'm gonna talk to Miss Cat first. Miss Cat, how you doing, girl? I hit you up at the right time. You looking beautiful.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Church attire, church stuff.
Oh, yeah, church stuff, girl. I couldn't wait to get out of my church clothes. I was like,
you caught me just before.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, I since Cynthia's not here, I said, well, let me grab you. And I just wanted to just say that you say whatever you want to say tonight, but you are definitely, I know that you are a 2-star, fastly approaching 3-star director. Your team is on their way to Memphis.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes.
You actually came to Memphis last year. What did you think about it? I mean, you came to the conference last year in San Antonio.
It was fabulous. It actually lit a fire under me, and it was very valuable for the members of my team that came with me. We came in a van then with a group of us. So yeah, we coming on a van this year too.
All right. And you got your dress and everything?
Yes, we do. We're looking forward to. We're so excited about it.
Good, good. And so I know that you are a nurse and you talk a lot about uh health and travel. So
Yeah.
you want to share a little bit with that? I mean, you're in the company while you joined being a nurse, not just a nurse, but you a big time kahuna nurse. uh, but what would make you join a travel club?
I learned the value of travel in 2014 when I actually resigned from a job that I believe God wanted me to do. It set me up for my career coach for the rest of my life. It did, but it was not a job I wanted to do. And it was one of the most stressful positions I'd ever done as a healthcare provider. And when I resigned from it, I had decided that I was going to just work my business because I'm dually aligned. I was raised that way to be dually aligned, to always do more than one thing by my daddy. But I was just not going to do healthcare anymore because of the stress of it. But thank God I took a vacation and I took me and my kids. We went to a beach for about 2 weeks, and I saw the inhibitions fall off of my children, and I could clearly hear God, and He helped. And I'm still nursing, but I could hear Him clearly. It cleared my mind, and I learned the value of a vacation at that point. So see, after that year, me and my kids every year on my dime, and they grown ups now, so we go on a vacation. But 2022. You remember when eggs went to $10, y'all? Woo! Me and my kids was on vacation, and I couldn't even enjoy it because I could feel the money draining out of my pocket. And I went into prayer about it and asked God to show me a way that I could continue to travel because it's good for us. And after that, Cynthia and I reconnected, and she shared it with me. And I was like, if you know something, you need to share it with me. And she did. And I signed up, and I just began to work it like she told me, because but I wasn't. What I want people to understand is I didn't look at Travorium as a stream of income at first. I liked it just for the travel because I knew I did the math. Because numbers don't lie. If I had that membership, it would have saved me anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 on that one trip.
Yes.
So I was just going, get my membership and pay my $125 every month. But Cynthia told me, she said, hold on, Kat, you don't have to. She says, if you just invite some people. And I tell people as a nurse, I try to follow directions because if I don't, people can, it cannot end well. So I hung up the phone. I called 6 friends. 4 of them signed up before the end of the week. I logged in and I was looking where I was going to go on my incentive trip. And I saw they were paying me. That's when I knew I was getting paid. And I called her and I asked her why. She just started laughing. She said, you were going so fast. You wouldn't even listen to me. She said, yeah. She said, but Kat, if you will tell them, she said, this company will pay you more. Tell them they can do the same thing. So now that was September, y'all. By October, I was making $10 a day and $100 a month lifestyle bonus. So needless to say, I just rocked on with it. And by December, Cynthia called me. She said, Catherine, she said, are you watching your back office? I said, I'm watching them $10 come in every day and that $100 a month lifestyle bonus. She said, no, that's not what I'm talking about. She said, I'm talking about your progression in the company. By the actually it was January 1st, I hit 2 star and I didn't even know it. I did not know. Cynthia had to tell me. But now, needless to say, I watch my back office, I watch my numbers, I talk to people. You can't stand next to me in the grocery line. That's do you like to travel? Yeah. Do you keep your mind open about the ways to make income? I talk to anybody who will listen to me because this is a blessing, Coach. Coach D,
Yes.
this is a blessing for anybody. So I
Yes.
thank you for allowing me to come on and share. But yeah, it's a
Well, that's
blessing
a
for anybody, and I'm so thankful for it.
that's a great story. So many of us have come in here with the intention of just traveling. But it
Yeah.
ain't nothing like being able to travel and you ain't got to even pay for it. I mean, you making enough money where you can go where you want to go,
Yes,
do
ma'am.
what you want to do, and don't think about it. You know, I was telling somebody, said, "Well, when you going on your next vacation?" They asked me today. I said, "Well, we got the conference, so I'm gonna try my best to sit tight." Cynthia cheated; she done went, but I'm gonna let her go because it's her birthday.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to sit tight through March. I'm gonna try because I've been sitting since January. Uh, but to be able to go and not and to be able and the same thing happened with me and my children as far as traveling. Um, we take a griefcation at least 3 times a year. And I remember when Guy passed away, my husband passed away, and we actually went on vacation. He had planned this vacation to Gulf Shores. Um, my granddaughter said, "Well, Grandma, we still gonna take the vacation. Papa will want us to take it." I said, "Matter of fact, yeah. Matter of fact, we drove his car, his truck he got, precious truck he got through Travorium on the trip, and played his music, the kind of music, because he was a preacher, but he liked Bootsy Collins and stuff, you
Yes,
know."
ma'am. Mhm. I do too.
Baby. And we
Yeah.
just got in the truck, we just rolled right. And I mean, it was had been my daughter's birthday when he passed. And so it was just like, so May is like a time for us. But we took that griefcation, we called it a griefcation, and went to the ocean, and they bought his picture, and my granddaughter did this whole thing to him.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I started coining. Somebody told me I should trademark that word, but it really did bond our family. My mother
Mm-hmm.
was there. It
It
was
does.
5 generations of us, and
Yes.
it really brought just a sense of bond that we do this at least 3 times a year, around his birthday, around the time of his death, and then at Christmas, Thanksgiving and Christmas, we're going to be together and purposely. But we can do that, We
Yes,
stayed.
ma'am.
We stayed from in December. We stayed in Phoenix for 2 weeks for under $300 for the 2 weeks. For Christmas. I mean, it's just amazing what Travorium. So our guest out there, I guess what we're saying is that it's good for you for your mental health.
Mhm.
It's good for you. I know Pastor Mel, he uses a lot of the getaways sometimes just to ride up to the different places in Texas just to get some downtime. But so
Mhm.
he can run back to the church, but then he go on his own little sabbatical, to be able to do that. And the resorts be expensive. Like the
Mhm.
one that we booked for Mother's Day week. My daughter's birthday is on Mother's Day, but it's actually the third anniversary of my husband's death. Um, so we decided to go away. That condo is going to be almost $2,800, but we've only paid under $300 for it, and it's a 3 bedroom, 4 bath.
Mhm.
That's
It
amazing,
is.
ain't it?
It is. It is
And you can
fabulous.
get something to say. Now, I usually don't share rooms with my children, but I'm gonna do it this time because it's Mother's Day and it's their birthday. And instead of them knocking on my door all the time, I guess I have to suffer with them being in the room with me.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
Travorium does give me that option. So, well, thank you for helping us to understand, especially about the mental health aspect, because it really does.
Yes,
We
ma'am. It
all
does.
need to take some time away. I tell of a friend, and I tell them all the time, you work too much. That you got 8 weeks of vacation and you don't never take any of it. I would never get back vacation,
Mhm.
to be able to do that, and it's not healthy. And I think that's a lot why people keep saying, "Girl, you getting younger."
Mhm.
I said it's all the I'll be going to say it's all the vacations.
Vacations.
As soon as I can get somewhere where I can get me some vitamin D.
Yes. Yes.
So
Coach
thank you
D,
so. Hmm.
I just wanted to say one more thing. I
Hmm.
spoke on a platform last year, and one of our Well, actually, she's on my team, Rochelle Towers, and it was on the title that vacation is medicine. She didn't know me from Adam Housecat. She just heard my testimony, and I spoke on that. And she's a member of it. And her testimony of what it did for her and her family now is remarkable.
Well, I
So
have to get
it's
her
a
on here.
blessing. It's a blessing to
Yeah.
share it with people. Yes, ma'am, it is. And I thank you for allowing me to speak.
Well, you look beautiful.
Well, thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. These two young ladies on here, they both can open up their mics. Marcy
Yeah.
is actually Charlotte's business sponsor, and Marcy, I'm actually Marcy's business sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
And what's so excited about this young lady came in, Miss Charlotte came in from another travel company. I love to tell this story. Me and her was actually in that same travel company at one time. And Miss Charlotte, she gave me a hard time, Miss Pickett. God. And she said, I ain't doing nothing. No, I'm just gonna travel. Don't bother me with that.
She did.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
She, and it's good. You gotta have, in this business, you just gotta kind of have strong. But I said, I told Marcy we got off the phone. I said that thing gonna change.
Yep.
It's gonna change for her. We just gonna let her ride. But sometimes
Mm-hmm.
we just have to let you ride the wave. Miss Charlotte came to, was it the conference? She came to one of the
San
conferences,
Antonio.
San Antonio.
San Antonio, and her world changed too. And so, guess what? The person that gave me such a hard time is finna be a $1,500 earner in the morning. She finna make $18,000 to $30,000. The person who gave me all this trouble. I'm so proud of her. I don't know what to do. And she has been our builders group. She has done so much, but I wanted Marcy to come on here with her because they really work good together as a team. Their team is growing by leaps and bounds, and they're actually under my husband on
Mm-hmm.
that side. And so they just keep on pushing them right on up to 2-star ambassador.
Right.
And I'm just
Right.
so proud of these two ladies. And I
Thank
just
you.
wanted to say congratulations early because I know you're going to hit the night. That means I ain't
Yep.
going to get no sleep. I don't get no sleep so I gotta watch. But I am excited for you. So Marcy, you want to say something before Charlotte, or how y'all want to do that?
Yes, I get tickled every time I hear that story too, because me and Coach D was like, I think she gonna join. I said, but she ain't gonna do the business. She ain't gonna do it. She went to San Antonio. I don't know what happened, but she woke up and took off. And now she's like, Marcy, all right, what's the strategy? All right, I mean, it's like a huddle every day. We call each other 2 and 3 times a day saying, all right, we're gonna work on this partner. We're gonna make sure they're in this training because it's important when you bring in new partners that you keep them in the loop. You make sure that they come to the webinars. You make sure that they do the training because once they see what is at their disposal, they're going to not ignore it. They're going to go on trips, they're going to travel, they're going to shop, they're going to buy cars in our back office and all that stuff. So I just want to congratulate Charlotte. She is so hardworking. And let me tell you, she may be short in stature, but she is a mighty force to be reckoned with. And I want to congratulate her and I appreciate all that she does for our whole team.
All right, Miss Charlotte.
Well, thank you, Marcy and Coach D. I know, but yeah, I did give you all a hard time. I even gave Marcy an even worse hard time because she's my church sister. And when she invited me to it, I kept saying, "Oh no, I don't want to hear nothing about another travel company." I wasn't traveling on the other one; I was just spending money. And I said, "No, I'm going to give up that loyalty." But when I went on my first 2 trips, and then went to San Antonio, I said, "No, this is the real deal. I know I can
Mm,
travel, and I know I can make the money, and I have been receiving the money and the bonuses." So all I can say is I want to thank my partners who helped me
mhm,
because I was one person away, and I had to reach out to one of my partners, and they said, "Okay, I got you," and they pushed me over.
That's awesome.
So
Wow.
now I had to thank them, and then I have 2 builders on my team that I just brought in, and I got to thank them too because they're helping
Mhm.
also.
Absolutely.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
So we got a couple of more minutes. So I want you to I want you to share when you were in the other travel company, okay? A couple of the differences. And did you get paid? No. How
No,
long was you in that travel company?
2.5 years.
Wow.
Hmm.
Okay.
And I didn't have the support that I have now, or the support that we have here with this. That's one thing I can say that I did like about it was the support. Is the team effort, team support,
Mhm.
all of that came with it. Leaders are there to help you. Even the top leaders are there to help you. They're there to encourage you. We didn't have that at the other one. And I had some people at my house the other weekend, and they came
Mhm.
from another company, and I'm same company. And after I started saying to her, "Oh, this and that, is this happening?" They were like, "Yes, that is." So they're soon be coming in also,
Mhm. Mhm.
and they're gonna
Awesome.
bring their whole family that's over there in the other company over to this one.
You know, that's something because I always hear people say, I just wonder because I think we paid close to what 70, $80 something at it didn't double, it didn't turn into travel. I never saw anyone in that company travel ever,
Hmm.
unless they were going to a conference. They did a lot of conferences. They still do.
Exactly.
They do a
Hmm.
lot of conferences. And then one of my friends, I have friends still there, and they complain about all the money that they have to spend on the conferences, but they're not making any money. Um, and what I love about Travorium is the opportunity that people like me and you and Miss Kathy and I mean all of us have the opportunity if we want to make a residual income.
Mhm.
You know, and that's what I love about it. That I mean, you do nothing but buy trips with it, I mean, you have the opportunity to do that, and you got so many travel clubs out there that you can't do that. You know, you're study putting money in, but you're not getting anything out. I know a friend of mine wanted to go to Phoenix with me. They part of a timeshare, and they couldn't get the week
Mm.
and they
Hmm.
belonged to that particular timeshare property and could not get the week. And I got the week, and my kids got the week.
Wow.
Ain't that something?
That's something.
That's absolutely amazing to me that you would pay
That's
thirty,
right.
$40,000 for something and can't even get the week
Mhm.
because it was
Hmm.
blacked out for Christmas, but it was not blacked out for us. That is just amazing to me. So I just want to say congratulations to all of you guys, all of you young ladies, our 2-star directors, fastly approaching 3-star
Oh, thank you.
director. Uh,
Yes.
and I just celebrate each of you and your tenacity. Looking forward to seeing y'all in a few weeks in Memphis.
Mhm.
This gonna be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yes. Can't
Uh,
wait.
so registration for Memphis ends tomorrow. Late registration, it is tomorrow. We still have some openings for the meet and greet and uh, for church on Sunday, stuff like that. We got a lot of stuff going on. We have, I think, 5 spots. So on Thursday we have tours because a lot of times when you go to these meetings, you go in and you don't really have an opportunity to see the city.
Mhm.
So we have tours, and so we still have 5 tours left for Graceland in the morning on Thursday. That's it. Everything else is sold out in tours. We also have the tours of possibilities, which is actually all of the African American, the Slave Haven, Civil Rights Museum, um, some other stuff. Martin Luther King, Lorraine Museum. So that's all. So on Thursday. Then on Friday we have our meet. We have on Thursday night we actually have a presentation, a Mid South presentation, and then on Friday night we have a meet and greet. And some people are planning to beat Pastor Mel again in bowling, And then we have a paint and sip. We added a piece this year called Paint and Sip. One of my friends who actually designs our t-shirts is an artist, and she's going to come in, and she gave us a phenomenal deal on pay. You cannot do a paint and sip for $25 nowhere, right?
No.
Nowhere. Okay. And so we're gonna have that. That sold out so quick. Me and Kendra was blinking. It was gone. And so she's gonna do that. And that's on Thursday in bowl. And we're gonna eat some bowling food this time. They call it bowling food, pizza and wings and stuff. You know, we like to eat. And then on what's that, Friday night? So Friday night. And then Saturday, we have workshops all day. We have some phenomenal speakers. Daryl and Maria will be here. Our 3-star ambassadors, Todd and Gina, will be here. They'll be leaving Puerto Vallarta. We have a training in Puerto Vallarta for the company, and they'll leave there and come here. David Hart will be beaming in. Who else? We got Cynthia, myself, Pastor Mel, Apostle Will. I mean, we got a lot of leaders. Some of our 2-stars, Kathy Pickett is one of our. I mean, we got some amazing folks to celebrate as presenters, and then we have our gala. Woo! The gala is the thing, though.
Wait, yeah.
We got some surprises, you know. That's why Pastor Mel don't know, because every year we change that carpet. It's done been blue, it's done been green, it's done been red, and this year sparkling silk. It gets delivered tomorrow.
All right.
And the ladies is ready. We're gonna do a Gatsby theme. So make sure you got, even Marcy said she had her little cigarette. She don't even smoke, right? So she really getting in the costume. And yeah, so we are excited. Todd Strand says he's gonna dress up like Mike Capone or Al Capone or somebody. So it's gonna be, we're gonna have a ball. And so that's Saturday, and then Sunday we combinate everything with a church service, and the church that's hosting it is actually, the pastors are in the business as well. They're in Travorium. They're going to be the host. They are actually fixing dinner for everybody. And so it's just going to be a full weekend, but we're going to have a ball. The good thing about it is that as people gather, we're going to have a lot of rank ups after that, y'all. I'm telling you. Igor and Larissa came last year. They are like a sneeze away from
awesome.
2-star ambassador and 3-star ambassador. And I remember when he walked over to me, I think he was a 2-star director, like y'all. He walked over to me. He said, "I'm going to be what you are." He said, "I watch you." And he began to talk to me, and he said, "I'm going," and I think Larissa may have been a director or 1-star. I mean, and they bought about 20 people at the last minute. So it's not too late.
Yep.
They paid the higher registration, everything, but it paid off because Andrew is an ambassador.
Yeah.
I could just I could see the people now that have ranked up in their little, and they had just came into business in January.
Yep.
In
Amazing.
January. So it took them 13 months to become a 2-star and 3-star ambassador. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
And he'll say, and they're actually coming to our conference as well. It's like an anniversary for them to say, hey, and some of their people are coming. I think Andrew, a 1-star, he's a 1-star ambassador. He's coming. So they're actually coming as well. So although we host it, it is definitely a Travorium conference. It's definitely, we call it the Travorium USA, Travorium Strong. We just are amazed, and all roads, as Pastor Mel says, leads to Memphis. And we are excited about it. And we're excited about the upcoming ambassador trainings that are coming up. You know, the company is now, after COVID, doing more and more trainings. We started our training during COVID, when people wasn't really doing trainings. We started it, and it just kind of grew. It just grew, and it continued to grow. I saw part of the bill for the call. I had to call. I said, Kendra, woo, 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 woo. But it's all good. It's all good. It's just amazing. So thank you everybody for being on here tonight. Pastor Mel,
Thank you
thank
for
you for the
having us.
presentation. Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you.
Congratulations, Charlotte. I can't wait. I'm gonna make your banner right now in anticipation. And
Okay.
have it ready in the morning. But to all of our guests out there, go ahead and get back with the person that invited you. Go ahead if you're on Facebook, if somebody shared it on their
Mhm.
page, get back with them immediately and say, "What can I do?" I almost said, "What can I do to be saved?" Because you know this.
Save from them
Right? But
timeshares.
it's almost like being saved because you get financial freedom and you
Mhm.
get
Right.
freedom to be able to do some things.
That's
Right.
right.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. So go back and get back with the person that invited you again to our guest. Thank you so much. Pastor Mel.
All right, the hour has been well spent. Let me just say this real quick. We've traveled all of us together. I think of beautiful moments. Nurse Catherine, we've been a few places together. I remember Miami to be included in that. Marcy, I know we've been to Vegas together, and I'm trying to recall where else. And Miss Charlotte, I remember seeing to her in Dubai, and
Yep.
one of her sons. I met both sons, but one of her sons has become a great friend of mine, Hassan. Much love to them both. And it's just a family, y'all. And if you ever wanted to extend your family the way that we have extended ours through travel and earning income, that time is now. Do what Coach D said
Right.
with the person that invited you to see this tonight. And let's get started. And happy birthday once again, Coach Cynthia. We love you. Good night, everybody.
Good night.